My name is Mirabon. Today I'll be talking to you guys about stuttering. The American Stuttering Association recognizes that 70 million people stutter worldwide. That's about 1% of the population. Today I'll be explaining to you the challenges that we face and what stuttering is. We face multiple challenges on a daily basis. Everyone knows what stuttering is because everyone has stuttered in their lifetime, whether it was during a class presentation, talking to someone they like, or lying to their parents about a night out, or lying, etc. So even though those few moments are temporary, for the person speaking, it may seem like those moments are forever. Try having that feeling of fear and anxiety every time you talk. Today, I'm talking to you about stuttering. Not nervous stuttering, but stuttering that is there 24/7, even when you're not nervous. There are people like me who are diagnosed with stuttering. Yes, diagnosed meaning that it's an actual condition that needs treatment and therapy, and doctors recognize it as a disability. At least most do anyways. When you are diagnosed, you are ranked on a scale from severe to moderate. I am ranked as severe. Yes, I know sometimes that you can't tell that I stutter, let alone severely, but trust me, there are times where you can totally tell. To be ranked as severe, you have to have 2 of the 3 categories. The American Speech Language Association recognizes that these 3 categories are stretch, repetition, and block. So the first of these categories is stretch. Stretch is when you repeat the first syllable of the word and it's stretched out. For example, if I was saying the word habit, it would sound like habit. And there are some techniques that you can use, but they aren't 100% effective. There are 3 things you can do. You can either choose a different word, try a technique, or just say never mind and regret talking in the first place. The second category is repetition. That's when you repeat the first syllable of the word. For example, let's use the word habit again. It would sound like habit. Even if you said the words a million times before with no problem, it doesn't matter when repetition hits. Again, there are some techniques to help you, but keep in mind they aren't 100% guaranteed to help you. And the third category, the worst of them all, again, in my opinion, is block. Block is when you literally can't say a single word, not even a single syllable comes out. It's just dead silent. Yeah. None of these categories have specific triggers. They choose their times and words randomly. You could be in the middle of a sentence and you suddenly can't say that word. So again, you have to choose 3 different things. You can either choose a different word, try a technique, or just say never mind and get talking in the first place. To do when someone is stuttering is tell us to slow down, relax, or take a deep breath. The American Speech Language Hearing Association says that actually makes it worse for us because it embarrasses us and it makes things more awkward. And I personally agree with that completely. In order to be diagnosed as severe, you have to have at least 2 of those 3. I'm a triple threat because I have all 3 of those. Along with stuttering, people who have a diagnosed stutter usually have another speech disability. Like mine is I have trouble saying S sounds, but that's not my main point, so let's just bypass that. Now that you know the few types of stutters, can you imagine having them? Every day is a constant wonder because some days your stutters burst for no reason. It could be a calm day with no presentations, no nothing, and you can't even say hi. You can't even say your own name. On days like those, I just don't want to get out of bed. Or I feel like having a special sign that says, today is one of those days, so please absolutely do not speak to me. But that's not like it'll stop anyone. So now I will explain to you what causes stuttering. The Stuttering Foundation says that the main brain regions that make fluent speech possible are located in the frontal cortex, and the auditory sensory regions are located further back. In all of that, there's a tube that connects from your brain to your mouth that communicates how fast or how slow to say words. Stuttering is caused when this tube clamps up for some unknown reason, and yes, the reason is actually unknown. There have been cases where people have gone through a traumatic event and they started stuttering, or they had a severe head injury and they started stuttering. But there are people like me who are just born with it hereditary and non-hereditary. So the tube clamping up is what causes stuttering, and to answer the typical question people ask after hearing that, no, we cannot feel the tube clamp up. Those feelings of fear and anxiety that you get when you have a nervous stutter that usually lasts for around 5 minutes, people who have a diagnosed stutter feel those every time we speak or we even think about speaking. There are a few people where we feel comfortable enough to stutter around, but that's very few, at least for me anyways. But I know there's one thing that everyone who stutters agrees on. Being forced to speak when we're not comfortable is not okay. Just one tip for you guys. Please don't ever make us speak when we don't feel comfortable. Even if it's just going to ask a store employee for help, remember that we have all this baggage that comes with just simply talking. So please just don't force us. And people say that stuttering is just in our heads. Well, yes, technically you are right, because stuttering has to do with our brain, and our brains are in our head. Thank you, and if you have any questions, feel free to ask me.